Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Will with Inside the Gators, joined today by former Gators quarterback turned quarterback coach, Nick Sproles. Nick, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So today we're going to dive into Florida commit Marcus Stokes and kind of see what we see in his film. And I want to hear from you what you think is going to translate well on the next level. You ready for that?
Let's do it.
All right. So I got a couple of plays pulled up after going through his junior year film. So anything you see as we go through it, we can pause, go back. I want to get kind of your thoughts. And again, how you think it's going to translate should he walk into the Florida Gators locker room. So we'll start with this first one.
Yeah, first thing I'm seeing is his pocket movement. He's got great feet. And I think that comes, he's got a great high school coach. I know him and I've worked with him, coach drafts. He's been awesome. And you can tell his footwork is pretty great for a junior in high school. And then the touch on the ball, putting it over that second level defender and dropping it in there is very promising.
Yeah. So as someone that's worked with high school quarterbacks, obviously having gone through that as well, is this something that you commonly see in quarterbacks, this ability to kind of put it not only on a line but also over that level, like you were saying?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of quarterbacks, and there's a lot of guys that can throw it a million yards and put it on a rope, but it's a lot more difficult for these guys to put touch on the ball and drop it into those tight windows, which it's looking like Marcus is doing pretty well.
Definitely, yeah. So we'll move on to this next one. Kind of slings it right into that pocket there. What do you see on that one?
Yeah, so that kind of looks like the opposite of what I was saying, which kind of shows he can do it all, because this is one he's putting on a frozen rope at about 20 yards down the field, which is a great ball and fits it in a tight window.
And what do you think of the placement on that one? Obviously, we talk a lot about, you can't always lead completely because then you're putting your receiver into a tough spot. If he puts it a little more ahead of his receiver, is that a hospital ball right there?
Yeah, I think he puts it right where he needs to, where he kind of slows him down a little bit, but not enough where it's going to cause an incompletion. So I think it's a great spot.
Awesome. So I find this one to be particularly interesting, especially because, when you watch a game on TV, you always have that line of scrimmage line visibly in front of you. Obviously, when you're playing, you don't have that. So kind of talk me through what goes into the awareness of like where that line of scrimmage is and kind of towing that line.
Yeah, I think it's just a feel thing, where you normally start with your heels at 5, and then maybe you do a 3-step drop, and so you're around 7 to 8 yards, and so it's just a feel thing because you've repped it so many times. You kind of know where the line of scrimmage is. But yeah, I mean, this is a great awareness. You can obviously see the arm talent there on that one too, where he's got an arm for sure.
Yeah. So that one, you stepping up into the pocket, and obviously, pocket's collapsing a little bit there, but he's kind of keeping his composure, finding a place downfield. What do you see on that one?
Yeah, I think that's great. A lot of times, it's hard for young quarterbacks to step up in that pocket when they feel that outside pressure from those defensive ends. They like to just escape and get out of the pocket, which just hurts them in the long run. And stepping up and finding that pocket is a tough thing to do. And it looks like he does it well here. And then busted coverage, finds a guy wide open in the end zone. So great play.
Yeah. So when he does do that step up in the pocket on the next level, with a lot of quarterbacks being very mobile, does that kind of put linebackers and stuff kind of on their toes a little bit? Like, oh, he might break through and try and run. I gotta go. Is that kind of, do you think that's something that may have caused that busted coverage there?
Yeah, if you want to replay it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the safety has his eyes in the backfield. So once he steps up in the pocket, he definitely gets put on an island, not sure what to choose. But yeah, I mean, in the long run, it really just helps out your O-line stepping up in the pocket instead of leaving and then making it easier for the defensive end. Yeah, I need to see this one again.
Yep.
similar play. Looks like stepping up in the pocket, which is great. Having his pocket presence looks unbelievable. Basically throwing on the run, delivers a great ball. Yeah, it's an impressive clip.
And shows off the legs a little bit here for sure. Obviously has some pull away speed, even recovers from the stumble a little bit there. Obviously in this day and age, the dual threat quarterbacks seems to be kind of the trend of where quarterbacks is going. How imperative is it to have the ability to move at that college level and even at the level beyond that?
Yeah, I mean, it's so important. If you look at Alabama and any quarterbacks they've really struggled with have usually been dual threat guys, and it just makes it so hard on the defense when you can escape the pocket. They can have 4 seconds of perfect coverage, and then one lane opens up and the quarterback goes off for 15 or 20, and that can really just demoralize the defense, which is a great attribute to have. And I think we have some guys right now at Florida that are pretty good runners, as you've seen with AR. So it'll be nice to add another good one.
Yeah, I saw some report today that said he clocked in at a 4.440, which would have put him as like the second fastest quarterback at the combine.
Yeah, I mean,
God knows when.
That guy's a freak. So I'm excited to watch him this year.
Definitely. I'm sure every Gator fan is, honestly.
And yeah, it looks like he can throw the home run ball as well, which
I was going to say that ball seemed like it was in the air forever.
Yeah, that's a big arm.
So what do you think of, he gets on the move, but he makes sure to kind of set his feet again. He's not trying to throw it on an off platform because he does have the time. What kind of composure does that require?
Yeah, it's definitely smart. And I think it goes back to his awareness we talked about. Seems like he's got great awareness. I mean, that could have been the call too. It could have been a half roll. Especially if they're going to try to throw this post, it'd be hard post to throw on a straight sprint out. So it could be just a half roll call.
Gotcha. So we got a couple more plays left. I love this one.
Yeah, that's great.
I think that's a great throw right there.
Yeah, I think it goes back to kind of just put some touch on the ball where this isn't it's a post, but it's not like that big post he threw last clip. So this is a nice, not put some touch on the ball and put it out there right where only his receiver can make the play.
And that one seems like a kind of routine throw, but I mean, obviously as a quarterback at the next level, you kind of need to make those routine throws. So what do you see on this one that kind of stands out?
I mean, rolling left and throwing it like that with his body, I don't think is a routine throw at all. I think it's very impressive, and it shows off his arm talent. A lot of quarterbacks do struggle throwing on the run to their left, and this is a pretty nice throw. He gets his feet and hips around and delivers a good ball.
Yeah.
I haven't watched much Marcus Stokes film, so this is pretty cool. He looks like he's very good.
Yeah, made sure to get all the good ones for you. Had to get you all the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. You can see his awareness is really great. Seeing pressure at the middle, knowing where he's going to be open and delivering an accurate ball. Even when doesn't have great feet, which he can't have great feet because of the pressure. So throwing off balance, and it's a really impressive clip.
Yeah. And I think this is my favorite clip of them all. I left it for the last one because I think it's probably one of the best throws of this film. So I want you to break it down kind of from the beginning. What are you seeing as he's going through? So I'll pause it every now and then. I want you to kind of break it down.
Yeah. So immediately we're getting pressure in the backfield in our face right away. So he's avoiding that. Looks like he's got a kind of a flood concept, but from across the field with a corner high. So it looks like he doesn't really like what he's got low. And is finding the guy one-on-one in the back of the end zone. Does a great job of flipping his hips around and delivering it. I mean, that's a beautiful ball for a great touchdown, which again, rolling left is tough to do. And yeah, I mean, that's just an accurate and precise ball right there.
Yeah, so now you've gotten to see a little bit of film. We obviously saw him on the run, throwing on the run. and getting his feet set and throwing. So what's kind of your overall takeaways of Marcus Stokes and what he can bring to the next level?
Yeah, the first thing that kind of caught my eye and impressed me was his awareness and pocket presence. Seems like he's very comfortable in the pocket, and when things are coming, he's very sharp on his feet. What it seems like. Also, his arm talent. His arm talent is impressive, and I didn't know how good of an athlete he was. So looks like he can run the ball too, which is always going to be helpful on the next level.
Yeah. So, working with some high school quarterbacks going to the next level, what's one of those things that any quarterback going into their senior year of high school should really work on to best prepare themselves for the next level? What's something that you just can't prepare for that you should always try to?
Yeah, I mean, I think footwork is a big thing. They preach 3-step drop, 5-step drop, like making sure your feet are perfect. I think that's great, and I also think that you need to practice when you're going to have terrible feet. Like that one clip where he's getting pressure at the middle, basically backpedals, throws the ball off plane, and delivers a perfect ball. I mean, you're not going to be able to do a perfect 3-step drop every time. Sometimes you're going to have to throw off the plane, and I think just working that and practicing that is what's going to be helping to make people successful, especially because you're playing the SEC. How many times are you going to be able to get a perfect drop? I mean, the line's going to try their best, but you're not going to have a perfect pocket every time.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we go?
All good. Go Gators.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.